So, hello YouTube, it's Dave here again, and it is the end of my first week of training at AIT, or American Institute of Technology Truck Driver Training. As you know, I'm going through the accelerated course. That's what I talked about in my first video. The training's going pretty good. I really like what's going on with this AIT. They accelerated training that I'm taking, the 4-week course, is extremely fast-paced. There isn't a day that goes by that you go home and you're not just cooked because of all the information that's going through your head. I know I said that I was going to splice a piece of video every day and let you know what I was doing every day, but no way. That's not going to happen with this class because, number one, when I get home, I've got kids. I got 3 kids running around here. Number 2, I've got at least an hour and a half to 2 hours of homework. After that, I ain't doing shit except for watching TV or crashing. The week thus far, Monday morning, we got into class at 7 o'clock. Well, we got to school at 7, started everything about 7:30. When you first walk into class, the director of the school is there. He's going to tell you all about what's going on. You sign a whole bunch of papers, and there's going to be a stack of books there waiting for you. So, basically the books are as follows. Number 1, Hazard Materials Compliance Handbook. This goes over everything that you need to know about whatever hazardous materials you're going to have. I think it's updated quarterly, updated monthly. You get a new one every quarter, whatever. Number 2, safety regulations from the federal motor carriers. This is all of the laws on what a truck driver does. You're not going to get tested on all of them, but you need to have this with you when you're driving. This also gets updated monthly and sent out quarterly. Next, the most important part of your training is your CDL. Ta-da! Arizona Commercial Driver's License Manual. This is the Arizona Department of Transportation, Motor Vehicle Division, blah blah blah. This is what you get when you go to Arizona's Motor Vehicle Division to get your CDL. This is the book you're going to get. However, they don't have it anymore because of state cuts, and you're going to have to print it out online, or they give it to you at the class. Ta-da. Okay. That's going to be one of the ones that you go over for the first couple of days. Extremely vital to know that book backwards and forwards because that's what your permit's going to be testing you on and all the other happy crap. Number, 4? This is your pre-inspection test. Your pre-trip inspection book. This goes over everything from your engine to your trailer's tail, everything in between. You need to understand everything that is going on in this book in order to get your CDL license. You will be tested on this by the proctor of the test. You're going to walk around, you're going to point, I know what this is why I'm checking this, I know what this is, I know that it looks good, this is why I'm checking this. You have to point and or touch and explain everything that you're doing in detail, or else you're not going to pass the test. Number 5. American Institute of Technology Commercial Truck Drivers Workbook. Right there. After you get done with your CDL manual, this is what we're starting on right now. This is going to be different stuff like scenarios and whatnot that you've got to work out and you've got to do homework on, and a lot of crap. Pretty thick. Enjoy. Last but not least, the book that we got. Tractor Trailer Driver Handbook Workbook 3rd edition. It's got a pretty cool looking truck. Badass. This is the maneuvers. This is the funny little pictures and stuff like that about everything. It's got your cautions and your stops and your go type of footnotes, shifting, braking, everything. They give you all the workbooks. They give you everything that you need to learn. Now, Monday, we started in on the CDL training, the CDL manual, and the teacher, really cool guy, Mr. Ireland. He's, and I've resorted to calling him Master Trainer Ireland, because that's what it says on his nameplate, is Mr. Ireland Master Trainer. So, Master Trainer, how you doing this morning? Great guy. 75 plus. He's an old man. He's been 4 million, 5 million miles on the road. He's got a great sense of humor. His hearing isn't so good. We ask him a question, he doesn't hear you. Whatever, we'll get to it later type of thing. But Monday we started going into the CDL manual. And you will be reading aloud. He will go around the room, page for page, every 2 pages, whatever, and you're going to be reading to the class everything that you're going over. They follow along. If you're a slow reader, don't worry about it, because we're all there to learn the same thing, and you're not going to make a fool of yourself. But it is probably the easiest way to learn the information in there, because you're reading the entire book, and you're doing all the activities, all the questions, all the sample tests, all the everything in that book you're doing for your homework, but you learn it because it's being read aloud at the same time that you're reading from the book. Not a bad way to learn it. I found that it actually helped me learn. I'm a pretty smart learner. I can read, I can figure it out, but when it came to it, I probably learned it better because of the fact that we were reading it out loud in the class. So, that's going to be your Monday and Tuesday, is your commercial driver license manual. Wednesday, you're going to have a test. You're going to have 2 tests. You're going to have the CDL general test, which consists of 100 questions, and then you're going to have your air brakes test, both of which were not that difficult. Everything's done electronically. He gives you a test. You do a little button thing, A through D, depending on what the answer is. And then after it's all done, he goes over the test. Anyone that's got the question wrong, he goes over it, we explain it, blah, 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 and it makes it pretty good, because you can see what you did wrong and how the correct answer should have been, so you learn from it as you go. Then Wednesday afternoon, you start getting into hazmat, hazardous material training. You will have a large amount of homework every night. I mean, plan for an hour and a half, 2 hours easy on the homework, because it's in depth. And if you do the homework, the first week, if you do all of your homework, you get an extra 8 points on your grade point average, or by the end of the week, however it works out. But if you do all the second week's homework, you get another 10 points on your grade. So you get a total of 18 points just for doing the homework, which is fantastic. He doesn't care if it's right. He's going to go over it with you in the class, and all he wants to know is that you're at least doing a little bit of studying on your own, so that you're going to do the best that you can do. So what are we up to? That's Wednesday and Thursday. There's like 3 or 4 tests on Thursday, but these are all tests that are going to get you ready for the CDL test. Now, yesterday, today's Saturday, August 21st, and we were supposed to take our CDL tests at the Department of Motor Vehicles yesterday. The budget cuts in Arizona have provided the fact that the Motor Vehicle Division is closed on Friday, so now we got to wait till Monday. So yesterday was kind of all discombobulated. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen. So we ended up starting in our tractor-trailer driver book and going over how to plan a route, how to do trip estimates, how to take care of your logs every day. It is a very fast-paced course, and I like it a lot that way. I'm one of those people that, I enjoy being pushed. I enjoy having to think fast and understand things right away because I don't want to forget it, and I know that I probably won't forget it, but I just don't want to. And if you can commit to the 4-week class, you're going to be a lot happier because you're there a lot longer throughout the day. There's half-day classes for 18 weeks, whatever. If you want to do that, that's fine. If they do exactly what they're doing with us in the fast pace but draw it out, you're going to learn so much out of this school. As of today, Saturday, August 1st, 2010, I couldn't be happier with how much I've learned at AIT. I think that if this is the career you're going to go with, then you should bite the bullet and find a good technical school that has a good reputation and just go for it. Because even though it's costing me $7,400 without all that, I don't remember what it all takes off in there somehow, but the companies will reimburse you for $5,000 or $6,000 depending on who you go with. So the cost of your school ain't going to be that much. It's going to end up being $2,500 at the most. I told you I was going to let you know what you might be paying for in addition to this, and there's only one thing that you need to shell out a couple more dollars for, and that's a passport photo. If you go to any CVS or Walgreens, you can get it done for about $9. Mine was $8.99. I went to Walgreens, took a couple of pictures, they developed it, they put it in a nice little portfolio. I could dig it out for you if I wanted to. I'll dig it out, it's right there. They hook you up with it right here. Passport. Give you 2 photos. Ta-da. See it? Just like that. Looks a lot like me, doesn't it? So, $8.99 for that. Now, I am going to spend another $10 because the test on Monday is going to cover your CDL permit, the test for the written for that. It's also going to cover air brakes, which you need. That's an endorsement on your CDL license. And it's going to cover hazmat. I'm going to pay $10 more to take one more test, and that's for tankers. I don't need it right now, but in the future, it's one of those things that the tanker endorsement never expires. You have it once you have your CDL, and once you have your tanker endorsement, you can drive any tanker truck. You don't have to worry about a thing. So I'm going to pay the extra $10. It'll be 15-20 minutes more out of my life, which I can deal with. Bring a pen, bring a paper, pad of paper. Spiral notebook is what I'm using, and you're going to use a lot of paper. There's no doubt in that. You're going to be writing a lot. You're going to be listening a lot. You're going to watch a lot of movies. A lot of movies. Some of them are terrible quality. You're talking like early 80s with the over-the-shoulder camcorders. That thing was like this big. Terrible, but worth watching. They really help you out. They kind of bring it all together. You read out of the book, you do whatever practices, and then you watch the video, so you kind of know and you understand what you just read, and you see it on screen. So it's a good way to learn. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm going to leave you guys pretty soon here. I'm feeling very confident about Monday. I really wish I could have taken the test yesterday, but thank you, Arizona, for that. So anyway, Saturday, come Monday, wish me luck. Watch the videos. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I can maybe make a couple more over the next week. I doubt it. Next week is going to be pretty in-depth. We're going to go over everything as far as maneuvers to shifting to what happens when you have to take a dump on the side of the road. I don't know. Then the week after that, we'll be driving. So, anyway, wish me luck. Here comes Monday. Talk to you guys on the next time. Later.